Former Treasury Cabinet Secretary Henry Rotich is set to face fresh charges in the Kimwarer and Arror multi-billion shillings dam scam alongside 4 other individuals. The Director of Public Prosecutions presented a new charge sheet in court, withdrawing charges against some of the accused persons, among them the former Treasury Principal Secretary Kimwarer, who will now be a key prosecution witness in the case. Zainab Ismail reports on the developments even as questions arise on how the PS has been left off the hook, with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission now distancing itself from the investigations.
For the construction and development of Kimwarer multipurpose dam.
The former Treasury Chief Henry Rotich stood before Anti-Corruption Court Chief Magistrate Douglas Ogoti, intently listening to the new charges he's now tasked to answer to.
Being the Cabinet Secretary, National Treasury used your office to improperly confer contractual rights.
Charged alongside the ex-Treasury boss are the former Managing Director of the Kerio Valley Development Authority, David Kimosop, and former Treasury officials Kennedy Nyakundi, who was the Chief Economist, Jackson Jao, who headed the Resource Mobilization Department, and Titus Murithi, the Inspector General of State Corporations. The 5 pleaded not guilty to all the 21 charges, which ranged from conspiracy to defraud the government, abuse of office and committing an offence of financial misconduct. In the court documents, the first count stated that the 5 conspired to defraud the government of 54 billion shillings by entering into a contract for construction of the Arror and Kimwarer multi-purpose dams without approval. It is, however, the move by the prosecution to allow the former PS Kimwarer to be a state witness that has raised eyebrows. In a meeting with EACC on Tuesday, a committee of Senate expressed dissatisfaction with the move, warning it signaled a ploy by the state to weaken the case, as a cabinet secretary does not technically bear legal responsibility for financial matters.
The case against the PS is withdrawn, he becomes a witness. And then a person who is now in court is a cabinet secretary. I mean, in legal terms, that doesn't make sense at all. Because the person who signed for that money to be paid is a person who is ultimately responsible under the law. Unless, of course, they are setting up a case like that one for failure. Because I can tell you, that case is going nowhere.
We investigated Arror and Kimwarer, but the matter was taken up by DCI. So actually, DCI are the ones who prosecuted that matter. And we discussed it in our meeting, and we said, how can the permanent secretary, who is the AIE holder, be the one who is a witness, and the minister who does not have any portfolio in finances be charged?
The hearing of the case has been slated for the 18th, 21st and 22nd of October. Magistrate Ogoti further noted that any application for adjournments during the hearing of the case will not be admissible. Zainab Ismail, NTV.